Welcome back everyone, my name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with volume 44. It's the end of Enies Lobby. Finally. It's been a whole week. Pretty much. Almost a whole week. This one covers chapters 420 to 430. So this is right when the Buster call starts on Enies Lobby, I believe. And yeah, it's when the warships from the Navy show up and goes all the way through the Straw Hats getting out of Enies Lobby and meeting up with Mr. Iceberg again. So once again, I've mentioned this several times already in other vlogs, but the best part about this volume is just the absolute, chaotic madness of rushing towards the climax, the final release. I liken it to, falling down a hill, but more things are falling down the hill the longer it goes, and those things keep getting bigger and more destructive, and it's just leaving a wake of madness behind it. That's how a lot of One Piece's climaxes work, especially with these larger arcs, and it's so fun. The energy of it is so, just really gets you in the mindset of I want to binge this, I want to read this, I want to see how this fucking ends. This is so hype. And it was definitely hype. We got some fucking incredible spreads. In particular, the final attacks on Lucci from Luffy. We got this double page spread of the Gum Gum Gatling. And just a whole page of nothing but Luffy pummeling Lucci. That whole fight was so fucking good. So much fantastic artwork. I don't know how Oda does it sometimes, because he seems to be a lot more confident in making really complex designs, designs that take a lot longer to draw. And so because of that, we get these really powerful fights, these that are just so interesting to look at. Speaking of that fight, we finally got a look at Gear 3. Luffy, the next big step in Luffy's combat. I'm trying to find some good panels of it. Here we go. The next big step in Luffy's combat prowess. And whereas Gear 2 is just him energizing his muscles basically and increasing his strength, Gear 3 is him just increasing his size. I think it has something to do with bone density too. I don't know the exact science behind it, but I like the motion of him blowing into his thumb to make it work. And it makes for some really fucking awesome spreads. The thick outline of the fist and all the shadow and stuff just looks so fucking cool. Just these giant comical proportions that are so fucking cool. We get the new Gum Gum bazooka with that. Or no, that was the giant pistol. And then we get the Gum Gum giant axe, where he just inflates his foot to fucking insane proportions. This, Gear 2 was hype, but Gear 3 is just amazingly cool and awesome. I haven't mentioned it in a while, but the elasticity of Luffy and how he's able to bend in combat has always been one of my favorite things about how Oda writes Luffy's battles, and it shows up again with Gear 3, just him flexing and bouncing all over the place like the weirdo that he is. And so that was so cool to see again. And Oda's just constantly reinventing how he does combat while still staying true to what his style is. What else happened besides the fight? I'm trying to think of anything else before I get to the conclusion. Had a lot more, quite a few big Usopp moments in this. Just him being surprisingly charismatic and just him really rallying everyone. And so that was fun to see. He's grown on me a lot in this arc. So I think this was like the... we haven't gotten to the complete resolution of it yet. I mean, Luffy still hasn't figured out that Usopp is Sniper King. So I imagine the like apologies and such will come in the post Enies Lobby arc. So in the next volume, I imagine. We'll see. As well as Frankie joining the crew and such. I think that's all I have to say on the leaving Enies Lobby front. Yeah, I was just super hyped finally seeing a bunch of warships in action, just the way that they're stationed, the way that they're moving, the final exit through Enies Lobby where the gates are closing and the fucking the warships are going all over the place. It's just fucking chaotic as hell and awesome to look at. And the Merry-Go shows up. I was expecting them to kind of push the explanation for this, but they actually ended the volume with the ship has, as foreshadowed way earlier in this arc, the ship kind of has a will of its own and has carried and in how it's been carrying the Straw Hats so far in their journey, and it wanted to get one last ride in, and so it called out to Mr. Iceberg to fix it for one last ride, and just out of the kindness of his heart and the desire to see the Straw Hats win, he fixed up the Merry-Go, and it just sort of sailed off on its own to rescue Luffy and friends at the last minute and sailed them out of Enies Lobby before finally getting the burial that it deserved. Was not expecting to cry over a ship in this volume, a ship sinking, but yeah, that got me teared up a little bit at the end, and so yeah, just the totally out of nowhere emotional moment to perfectly seal up Enies Lobby as an arc and to bring everything to a head emotionally after the adrenaline rush of getting out of there. And I think that's all I have to say for this one. I don't just so much fucking great paneling this volume. This is easily one of the best drawn volumes in the series so far. So much fucking incredible spreads. The paneling is also getting fucking insane. Like this one, this is a great example of it. He's using a lot more like panels that go all the way across both pages, which he hasn't really done a whole lot of before Enies Lobby. And then we're getting a lot more angular panels with how this stuff is breaking up. Like there was one where near the end where like I'm trying to find a good example of it, where even like this, where even just these weird splits that in theory make no sense, but the way Oda draws them, it just works perfectly. Like you start going down here and then you just do all the way down there, and just this he's just saying fuck it and just drawing panels however he thinks works best with no need for convention whatsoever, and it just works. It just works. Oh yeah, Robin giving Spandam the backbreaker was just very satisfying. And then, and then Frankie using his coup de vent to just blast out of Enies Lobby, one last flight for the Merry-Go. yeah, the paneling in this is just fucking insane, and just so creative and exciting to look at. But yeah, that's about all I have for this volume. So be sure to join me again tomorrow for volume 45, where we finally wrap up Waters 7 as a saga, and then we get ready to move on into the next one. So that's it for now. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, and leave a comment about what you thought in the comments below. I'm probably going to do some, like, for the next video, I'll do like some Straw Hat rankings and stuff, just to, as a tail end to this arc, and just maybe give some general rankings on my favorite arcs so far and such. I don't know if I could break it all the way down to arcs, but I think sagas I could do. But yeah, that's it for now. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.